Just when people thought Justin Baldoni was finally the bad guy, Blake Lively proved she will always be the bad guy. Justin Baldoni just released the piece of the puzzle that will destroy Blake Lively, Ryan Reynolds, Colleen Hoover, Taylor Swift, the New York Times. He's killing 5 birds with 1 stone, and they're all getting exposed as liars. So grab your florals and buckle up for all this tea. Throughout this whole campaign, the public has been pretty sternly on Team Justin, but after Justin put out a voicemail that he sent to Blake Lively at 2 a.m. talking about a baby on her boob and he can't wait to spend more time with her, their chemistry is amazing, people thought maybe we should be on Team Blake.
I'm gonna stop rambling because Jesus Christ, it's been 6 minutes and 30 seconds, so fuck me. I'm sorry. You probably have kids all over you and a baby on your boob and you're listening to me ramble at 2 in the morning. I can't wait to spend more time with you. Oh.
Blake and Ryan Reynolds were getting bothered by him releasing so much that they asked a judge to put a gag order on Justin to shut him up because they were gagged. Their lawyer said that Justin has further made it clear that his priority is completely torpedoing Blake Lively's career for the rest of her life. And this could actually all be over in 3 days because Blake and Ryan just asked a judge to dismiss this whole court case because they are trying anything to get this to stop because it's ruining their careers. That will be held on February 3rd. And they better hope that goes through because this is how Justin Baldoni just recently destroyed them all. Now we have to go back and remember that the basis of this lawsuit is that Blake Lively is accusing Justin Baldoni of sexual harassment, followed by an attempted PR takedown of her to cover his own ass from people finding out what he did to her. In an article titled, "We Can Bury Anyone," Blake Lively heroically shared her story and the world was on her side because it looked like she was just trying to take down a predator in Hollywood. So Justin Baldoni and his ace lawyer launched an all-cylinder fire attack to clear his name, and he started by suing the New York Times, saying that article was just published because it was paid for by Ryan Reynolds and it was a multi-layered scheme planned out by Blake and Ryan to take down Justin. And I think it's pretty common knowledge that the mainstream media will lie on behalf of their powerful friends or anyone who pays them off to say certain things. But this will be tough because the New York Times has never lost a lawsuit in their life. But Justin just released some very piping hot information that seemingly proves that Blake and Ryan Reynolds were colluding with the New York Times for months before that article was published, and it's gonna cause the New York Times to have their first loss ever. Now, Justin and his lawyer have proof of this because the New York Times article was based off of a complaint that Blake Lively wrote to the world. She's not allowed to directly write her story into the New York Times. The New York Times would have to pick that up from a different source, but it seems like she basically did just hand it right to the New York Times and they published it because her complaint was filed on December 21st, 2024. And then that New York Times article was published on December 21st, 2024. So unless they wrote this article up in just a couple hours and posted it, something seems to be going on here. So some people looked into the metadata of that New York Times article and it looks like Blake Lively sent the New York Times all her text with her and Justin on October 31st.